I figured I was going to paint the next of my Pokemon series. I was going to paint Charmeleon next, but when I started to paint, I started feeling, you know what? I really love Attack on Titan, and the new episode is coming out really soon. So I thought, why not just throw out some fan art and see what happens. So
Well, what's all this then, huh? What are you guys doing, huh? Well, hello. What's Gucci gamers and girl bosses? It's your boy, Sdpk Summerlin, and I'm here once again to welcome you to another fantastic video of mine. Today, we'll be painting Charmeleon. I know, it's been a long time since our last painting. I'm looking at Charmander right down here. It's been a while. Also, it just occurred to me that you might not know what this series is because it's been a couple minutes since our last episode. So this is my Painting Every Pokemon series where I paint every Pokemon in order, every single one of them. I'm doing every region, generation, it doesn't matter, we're going to do all of them. It's going to take me years, I realize that. But yeah, so this is kind of like the whole idea. They're gonna match up. See if I can see. You get the idea? They're gonna all connect. They all connect from like one side to the other. It's gonna be pretty cool. So this is the Venusaur one. It connects to the Charmander one, and the Charmander one is gonna connect with the Charmeleon one over here. So yeah. My idea right now that I'm thinking too is that we're going to have like the first 9, the generation 9, and then below it we might start doing add paintings underneath. So that'll be pretty cool. We might actually have to go back and redo Bulbasaur though, because if you remember, the Bulbasaur one is actually a little teensy-weensy bit smaller than the rest of them. Wrong canvas size. I didn't know I was going to do a series, so. So on last episode, we painted this bad boy. I don't know if you can see it or how well you can see it. We painted Charmander, and on this episode we will be painting Charmeleon, which will set on this side. It'll be right here. Of course, Venusaur is set right here. So we'll see how it works out, and make sure you keep around. You stick around and watch the whole process. I would appreciate it.
So, what's up guys? Welcome back to us finally painting once again. I know it's been a while, of course, and I'm ready to get back into it. I've actually been working on this painting for quite a while, off and on. Just work and other life things in general have been getting in the way, which, you know, I wish they didn't get in the way as much, but not all life things are bad. So, that's been fun, and let me know what you think about the little face reveal you saw in the beginning. I was contemplating on doing it or not doing it. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. You've seen the side of my head for the past couple of videos. But I wanted to, I guess, just jump into it because I feel like it opens up a lot more I can do with my videos. Because I really want to push the whole aspect of the video more, you know. Because I know it's about me painting and like my progress of getting better as a painter and artist. But I mean, you're seeing it in a video format, so I might as well try and make it as interesting as possible, right? And also, it lets you know who I am a little more. But anyways, let's jump into some lore about Charmeleon, because that's who we're painting today. And Charmeleon has a lot of different Pokédex entries, obviously, because it's an OG Pokemon. But there was a couple that really stood out to me that I tried to incorporate into the painting itself. And one, well, in a lot of them you see kind of the same themes, where it mentions that it fights with its claws a lot, and it likes to find strong opponents to fight, and it's really aggressive. But also it mentions like rocky environments. In Black and White it says, in the Rocky Mountains where Charmeleons live, their fiery tails shine at night like stars, which is basically the same entry from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. For Ruby and Sapphire, the entry says, Charmeleon mercilessly destroys its foes using its sharp claws if it encounters a strong foe, it turns aggressive. In this excited state, the flame on top of its tail flares with a bluish white color. So I thought that was interesting. So I tried to incorporate the angry, aggressive nature it has with it fighting another Charmeleon. And so, like, using its fists and claws, but also maybe spitting a little bit of fire, like an ember or something. And then also, you'll see later on that all of their tails kind of have like a little bit of white in the center to kind of incorporate that excited state or whatever he might be in. And also, I added a lot of watermelons because I don't know why his name, Charmeleon, makes me think of Charmelon. Like a melon, like melons. So that's why there is melons in this one and melons in the Charmander painting, kind of like tying them together. I thought it was pretty funny. So, but anyways, at this point in the painting, you've probably seen that I spent a lot of time on this background because, as always, I just spend a lot of time on backgrounds. Like, it's still one of my favorite things to paint. If I could be any kind of painter and be successful at it, like, it would probably be a background painter. Not because I don't like painting people. I like painting people and things and stuff like that, like living creatures. But backgrounds are just very soothing and fun to paint because you get to do the whole landscape. You know, you're creating a whole world, and it's always fun to add life to that world. But the most fun part for me is creating the structures of it. I mean, the people and the creatures of the world are like a little cherry on top. It's not done until they're there, but it is fun to create the background. And also, I wasn't entirely sure where I was taking the background. As always, I wanted to do a desert thing, and I had thought about doing like an oasis, and by the end of it, I kind of pulled away from the oasis thought process of it. But I don't know, I was thinking Rocky Mountains with like a desert, like that kind of fits together, so that's like where I was going. But I decided to go for a more of a night sky twilight kind of thing where like the sun is setting, so you can kind of see that the tails are lighting up like little lights, so you can see them in the dark. And another thing that was really hard for me in this painting too was trying to limit the vegetation as much as I could, for it to be like a rocky kind of desert atmosphere. I felt like I needed to have as little vegetation as possible, but vegetation and plants and flora and everything is like, they're so fun to paint because they just like add a block of like shapes that your eyes can just like glance over, so you don't have to do too much work in the actual painting because like trees and plants are relatively easy to create. But I tried not to add too many of them because of course you're in a desert, but then it hit me. It's gonna be an oasis. I can add palm trees and like little shrubs and stuff and little baby trees. So I did put some in there. My first thought process was I was just gonna have cactus. I was gonna have like 3 or 4 cactuses, maybe some shrubs, and that was gonna be it. But I think in the end, I did go a little overboard with it, a little bit for what I was trying to do. But I think it's adequate enough, and I'm not complaining about it. Also, painting the rocks on the sides was really fun for me. I did enjoy painting the one rock on the right that the Charmeleons will be fighting on. I did have a hard time trying to find out what color I wanted it to be because I like the color of the rocks from the Charmander painting, but I wanted to kind of go for like an alabaster, like just pure white stone kind of thing. But I didn't want it to overpower the whole scene where it's just like your eye is just controlled in that one spot. I did try to have like some eye movement flow through the whole painting where like you start at the palm trees and you go down and you see the little Charmeleon eating the melon, and then you go up and then you see the Charmeleons fighting up on the rock, and it kind of makes like a circle. It's a spiral. It's like the Fibonacci golden ratio kind of spiral thing, something like that. I didn't nail it 100% though, but artistic liberties and such, just like the artistic liberties of how the Charmeleons are actually pretty small in comparison to the Charmanders of the previous painting. I didn't have them side by side for the most part when I was painting them because like I don't do that. It's just harder on my easel, like there's a lot more weight on there and like things like to flop around. But the Charmeleons in this one, I feel like they're kind of small for an evolution, but also you can chalk it up to like perspective, because like they are further back than the Charmanders were. There's one Charmeleon that is like kind of in the forefront. You'll see, kind of just like sleeping there. I tried to make him a little bigger, but not too big, because like the Charmander in the last painting that is like in the forefront is like pretty big, because he's like in your face. He's like hiding eating that melon. So I guess perspective wise and like just like with shape and size, like things could have been better, but I'm still happy with how everything turned out. Painting the Charmeleons red too was something that was fun. Of course they do clash with the background a little bit because they're such a similar color, but something I always thought was interesting with like Charmeleon in comparison to Charmander and Charizard is that Charmander and Charizard are essentially the same color. You know, they're kind of that brighter orange, but Charmeleon is just like straight up, it's red. It's like fire truck red. And it always confused me as a kid. But now that I'm thinking about it right now and I'm like reading the Pokédex entries on him, I guess it makes more sense that he's like this deeper, ferocious, fiery red, because it's like reflective of his attitude of Charmeleon being the more aggressive version of a Charmander, essentially. You know, like Charmander when he's little, like he's like kind of cuddly and everything, he's just a little lizard boy. But Charmeleon is like rude, crude, he's angry all the time and he wants to fight. And then like he becomes like a big softy, like lazy lizard later on. But I mean, it fits in my head now that I think about it, but I always thought it was weird that he was red. So if you thought it was weird that he was red too, or you had like any ideas on it, like leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts. But also, while we're at it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I like seeing what y'all say regardless. And I'm probably gonna just like, you know, leave it here. You can just watch the rest of the video. I'll check back in on ya at the end of the video to say a couple words, and you can see the glorious glamour shots and money shots and all that. And I appreciate you watching the video. Thanks. I appreciate you.
So that was a fun process, wasn't it, guys? We have a finished Charmeleon painting right here. Maybe this is in the shot, I can't tell. I don't have a forward-facing monitor. But yeah, I think that's... What do you think? Let me know in the comments. You like it? You don't like it? What would you change? You think I did a bad job? It's okay. Yeah. We can always be improving. We should improve every single day. That's my motto. If we put them together like this, hopefully you can see what I mean. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? Anyways, guys, I hope you appreciated the video. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you boys and girls and gamers and girl bosses in the next video. Peace out. What are you guys doing? Huh?